Whoa, whoa, sorry. Oh, you were watching me this whole time? My bad, y'all. I had to pull over. Almost dozed off at the wheel, listening to Zoe Osama's new album, From the Eastside with Love. Let's get into this review. Palm Tree, I am not going to hold you guys, man. I struggled with this one. I struggled to make it to the end of the album, and I struggled to bring you guys thoughts on this album. So, Zoe Osama, neighborhood crip from the east side. Now, Underrated is my jam. Every time that comes on in my car or at the gym, I'm turning it up. The remix is fire too. I mean, come on, he got Snoop, E40, and rest in peace, Money Sign Suede on there. That's saying something. That in itself speaks volumes of the potential of how dope and how impactful Zoe Osama could be. But when it comes to From the East Side with Love, I'm telling you, when I listened to this thing and got about maybe 4 or 5 songs in, I said to myself, this has got to be the most generic West Coast gangster rap album from an up-and-coming rapper I've ever heard. You know, don't get it twisted. I love me some G-Funk, bro. I'm from California. I'm from LA County, bro. You know, Daz, Corrupt, Warren G, DJ Quick, Snoop, 40 Water. Come on now. All that. Sugar Free. All of that. I love all of that. But this was so redundant and overall repetitive, but it had a handful of highlights, and let's talk about those. Now, All Money In, that's a good Nipsey Hussle tribute. I think that sets the bar high, you know, for them both being from neighborhoods, you know, was, you know, coming and representing the blue team. I ain't mad at that. Bankroll Got It always sets the bar high for producers, particularly when he gets with West Coast rappers. A lot. Now, on that song, I'm glad to see he's working with Big Hit because that goes past the red and the blue, but I just really can't place my finger on if I like this song or not. Now, Stomp. Now, F whatever I say, Stomp is a hit. It just seems like this recycled Bay Area track that was written by Zoe Osama for like a E40 or for Keek the Sneak or for La Russell, but they passed on it. What's the Word is a classic G-Funk era banger, but why bump this new dude when I could go listen to What Would You Do by Dog Pound? You get what I'm saying? Get that same dose of nostalgia. Big Bank, that 2-time flow, or that the way the beat was kind of knocking kind of reminded me of something from Sugar Free. It's a house party, pool party, ass shaking song. Nonetheless, though, I'm still unimpressed. Late Night featuring Sequence Clark. This is perhaps the most generic R&B duet you'll hear. This just kind of sounds like when the label or the A&R or whoever tells you, make an R&B duet for the ladies. Now, Party on the East Side, that's a banger. That really had that 90s DJ Quick feel. I ain't mad at him for that one. And East Side featuring B More. By the end of this record, I just couldn't stand his voice. It's just too raspy, it's too high-pitched. And it's just putting the G in generic. And so many of these features sound anonymous. Like, I'm not interested in going to get into the names of the people who I haven't heard. Because let me tell you something, man. When it comes to Zoe Osama and the other guys who are on this tape, if I haven't heard of them, I'm like, compared to the rest of, like, the new West Coast rappers, you know, those in his class, such as Aruchi, Awali the Sensei, 03 Greedo, like, they're all surpassing him, you know? So as hot as the West Coast is right now in this, you know, Not Like Us Kendrick Lamar era, he talking about bringing the West Coast back sounding this stale. And also because he's got E40 and Snoop on the Underrated remix, I'm expecting more, you know, heavyweight features throughout the album. You know, a Dub C. I understand that, you know, Warren G worked on some production on this record. And I'm going to have to look up if Battle Cat was involved too. But for the most part, I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm going to get a phone call after this one because Lit Poppy is a close partner of mine. And him and Lit Poppy are close partners. So we'll see. But if I do see Zoe Osama, I will shake his hand and tell him I appreciate him. And the reason why is because you got to understand when you got real authentic representatives of this West Coast shit, authentic representatives of G-Funk culture, and they're really not only in this, but of this. You gotta give them props for this, okay? So just because I wasn't feeling it, don't mean you feel it. Check it out if you want to. I'm just letting you know my thoughts. All right, what did y'all think of Zoe Osama from the East Side with Love? Let me know in the comments. Peace, love, palm.